Russia once boasted one of the most powerful navies in the world, a force that struck fear across the oceans. And Ukraine, they practically didn't even have a navy. But fast forward to today, and Russia's Black Sea Fleet has been sent packing, retreating from Crimea with its tail between its legs. And the best part, Ukraine pulled this off with a weapon so unexpected, it sounds like it was designed for a Saturday morning cartoon. The Sea Baby. That's right, not some menacing Baba Yaga drone that soldiers believe can snatch them right off the battlefield, or a missile system called Thunder that rumbles with power and destruction. A Sea Baby. But trust us, this baby is anything but sweet. This naval drone has been terrorizing Russia's once dominant fleet, proving that sometimes the deadliest punch comes from the smallest fist. And after all, doesn't that summarize Ukraine's entire strategy? Who needs thunder when you've got a Sea Baby bringing the storm? Here's everything you need to know about this weapon whose cutesy name hasn't prevented it from handing Russia its biggest maritime humiliation. When they hear the word drone, most people picture a small, buzzing quadcopter hovering in the sky. But that's not what the Sea Baby is. The Sea Baby is a fully fledged vehicle, a maritime weapon designed to glide across the water like a ghost. Officially called an uncrewed surface vehicle, or USV for short, this multi-purpose maritime drone was developed specifically for the war with Russia. The idea for unmanned attack boats came in 2022 from Lukashevich Ivan Volodymyrovich, a brigadier general in the Security Service of Ukraine, the SBU. The initial concept took shape in July 2022 through collaboration with the Ukrainian Navy and private companies. However, as the war escalated, the SBU took matters into its own hands. This decision led to the creation of the Sea Baby, a naval drone designed for heavier payloads and meant to target static vessels, such as ships docked in ports. In this regard, the Sea Baby was an entirely unique concept. These drones aren't the result of foreign partnerships or outside assistance. As Vasyl Malyuk, the head of the SBU, explained to CNN, sea surface drones are a unique invention of the Security Service of Ukraine, and they did it all alone. As Malyuk pointed out, none of the private companies are involved. This is all homegrown, developed by Ukrainian people for Ukrainian people. And believe it or not, a large portion of Sea Babies have even been funded by Ukrainian people, crowdfunded at that. In a stunning display of national unity and resolve, a Ukrainian crowdfunding campaign raised $7.77 million in just 36 hours to produce 35 Sea Baby drones. That's the equivalent of one Sea Baby every hour. And the crowdfunding campaign is still ongoing. United24, Ukraine's official fundraising platform, is even offering to name one of the Sea Babies for the person who donates the entire amount for one unit, $221,000. These innovative drones are produced in secret underground facilities in Ukraine, a symbol of the country's resilience under pressure. But these facilities have seen several iterations of Sea Babies. The first operational Sea Baby models were developed by May 2023. These early versions carried payloads of up to 238 pounds and were primarily used for kamikaze-style attacks. As the drones began making their mark, the SBU quickly identified areas of improvement, initiating a series of upgrades. Late 2023 saw a significant leap in the Sea Baby's capabilities. The drones were upgraded to carry explosive warheads up to 1,874 pounds, vastly increasing their destructive power. Multiple communication systems were also added. Though redundant, these systems were added to prevent issues like the ones experienced earlier that year when connectivity to Starlink in Crimea was denied, leaving several drones stranded during an attempted strike on Russia's frigate Admiral Makarov in Sevastopol. These upgrades ensured that the Sea Babies could operate autonomously, even in contested communication environments. By the end of 2023, the Sea Baby had evolved into a multi-purpose platform capable of carrying various pieces of specialized equipment. This transformation turned this drone from a simple attack vehicle into a versatile weapon system capable of adapting to different missions. In January 2024, the SBU unveiled a new variant equipped with 6 thermobaric launchers, further cementing the drone's reputation as a game-changing weapon. The Sea Baby's development continued into 2024. In May, the SBU revealed an updated model named Avdiivka, made possible by the large-scale fundraising effort we discussed earlier. The latest iteration showcased the ongoing commitment to innovation and adaptation that has defined Sea Baby's journey from concept to battlefield dominance. But what exactly is Ukraine working on at the moment? It's working on a marvel of engineering and a nightmare for its enemies. Dubbed the Sea Baby 2024, this upgraded maritime drone is a deadly blend of power, speed, and stealth. Measuring nearly 20 feet in length and 6.6 feet in width, this sleek vessel has a height of almost 2 feet above the waterline. This makes it incredibly difficult to spot. Plus, it doesn't help Ukraine's enemies that its hull is constructed from a special radar-resistant material, which allows it to glide undetected over the waves. And thanks to a 400 horsepower engine, this drone is moving along at blistering speeds of 56 miles per hour. But speed and stealth are just part of the equation. The Sea Baby is capable of carrying nearly a full ton of explosives over a range of 620 miles. This impressive range and payload capacity mean that the Sea Baby can strike targets far beyond enemy lines, delivering devastating blows to high-value naval assets and coastal installations. And it can do so in a calm sea or a raging storm, making it a relentless predator, a predator jam-packed with weapons. As mentioned, the Sea Baby can carry explosives for kamikaze-style attacks. However, it can also be equipped with a variety of other weapons. Here's how the Swiss Army knife of the water went from a simple but devastating kamikaze drone to Russia's greatest nightmare. Even while it was a kamikaze drone only, the Sea Baby's raw destructive force was enough to shake the Russian Navy to its core. However, in time, Russia adapted, tightening the defenses around its naval bases with armed Mi-8 helicopters and Raptor patrol boats. Ukraine then realized that the Sea Baby needed more than stealth and explosive payloads. It also had to fight its way to the target. And so the first weapons upgrades began. The Sea Baby was first armed with RPG-16 thermobaric rockets, unguided but devastating, with a range of 3,280 feet. This allowed the drones to deliver fiery destruction from a distance, clearing paths for target defenses before reaching their primary objectives. Early designs carried 2, 4, or 6 of these rockets, adding a terrifying new dimension to the Sea Baby's capabilities. As its battlefield role evolved, the Sea Baby was soon outfitted with even more sophisticated weaponry. In one upgrade, it began deploying 122mm Grad rockets capable of bombarding large coastal installations or troop concentrations. The use of Grad rockets proved particularly effective in recent engagements, showing the drone's ability to deliver area effect devastation from the sea. And Ukraine's innovation didn't stop there. The Sea Baby became a true multi-purpose platform when it was equipped with heavy machine guns. But these weren't ordinary guns. They came with advanced targeting systems that included automatic guidance and auto-capture capabilities, allowing drones to engage aerial threats like helicopters and fighter jets. Each of these upgrades tells a story of adaptation. Each gave the Sea Baby teeth. Now every wave that hides a Sea Baby also carries a host of surprises: rockets, machine guns, and even surface-to-air capabilities. It's no longer just a kamikaze drone, it's a warship in miniature. And now it's starting to make sense how Ukraine is blowing Russia back to hell with this weapon, right? The Sea Baby isn't just hitting targets, it's rewriting the rules of naval warfare. And as the smoke clears, one thing becomes evident: Ukraine has weaponized ingenuity to systematically dismantle Russia's mightiest strongholds. Let's start with the Black Sea Fleet as a whole. Once a formidable force in the heart of Russia's naval power, this fleet is now reeling from an onslaught of Ukrainian drone strikes. But the significance of these strikes stretches far beyond military might. You see, the Black Sea Fleet controls a vital waterway, crucial for global grain exports and Russia's access to strategic resources like oil from the Sea of Azov. As for Ukraine, the Black Sea is vital for Ukraine's agricultural exports, especially after Russia's blockade. Its ability to safeguard the passage of goods from its ports, particularly Odessa, has been at the core of Ukraine's military strategy. The Sea Baby is now playing a vital role in ensuring that the Black Sea Fleet can't maintain its grip on this region by forcing the Russian Navy into retreat. Ukraine's relentless strikes, especially on key locations like Sevastopol, have crippled Russia's naval capabilities and disrupted its operations in the Black Sea. They've been essentially starving Russia's war machine by cutting off access to vital ports. Ukrainian drones, including the Sea Babies, have caused hundreds of millions of dollars in damage to the Russian fleet, with some estimates suggesting as much as $500 million worth of losses. The Sea Baby alone has become an unstoppable force, but it's also part of a broader strategy involving a wide array of drones. After all, the Russo-Ukrainian war has become known as a drone war for a reason. In the naval department, the Ukrainian Magura V5 has also proven valuable. These drones have been integral to Ukraine's ability to hit Russian warships, even adapting to carry Soviet air-to-air missiles. Together with the Sea Baby, they have torn through the Black Sea Fleet's defenses, delivering punishing blows that have effectively put Russian naval assets on the back foot. Like the Sea Baby, the Magura V5 is a product of Ukraine's innovation in unmanned surface vessels. However, this drone is operated by a different agency, the Main Directorate of Intelligence, or GUR for short. While the Sea Baby was developed by the SBU to target more stationary, high-value assets, the Magura V5 is used by GUR for a more dynamic role. This is made possible by its smaller and more maneuverable design that allows swift strikes against warships at sea. However, the Sea Baby has been hitting Russian warships like a wrecking ball as well. In October 2022, a coordinated strike saw Ukrainian drones hit multiple Russian ships in Sevastopol Bay, including the Admiral Makarov and Admiral Essen frigates. Throw in the Ivan Golubat's minesweeper and Ladny patrol ship, and suddenly Russia's Black Sea Fleet is looking a lot smaller. And this wasn't a fluke either. On September 14, 2023, the Sea Baby scored a direct hit on the Russian corvette Samum, leaving the ship noticeably listing as it was towed away for repairs. Talk about making a splash. A month later, in October 2023, the Pavel Derzhavin patrol ship got its turn. Boom! Damaged by another Sea Baby strike, proving these drones aren't just for show. And then in October 2023, the Vladimir Kozitsky, a reconnaissance ship, joined the growing list of casualties. But let's not forget the big-ticket strikes. The Sea Babies were also instrumental in blowing up the Crimean Bridge, a major symbol of Russia's illegal annexation. Since the annexation in 2014, Moscow has controlled key assets around the Crimean Peninsula, and since the 2022 invasion, Kyiv has made it its mission to consistently attack those assets. The message was clear: the fight for Crimea isn't over. And with the help of Sea Baby drones, Kyiv is proving that no Russian stronghold, not even the infamous Crimean Bridge, is beyond reach. On July 17, 2023, the Sea Baby drones made headlines around the world when they carried out a daring attack on the bridge, the vital supply line connecting mainland Russia to Crimea. With up to 1,874 pounds of explosives on board, 2 Sea Baby drones struck the bridge's road and railway sections, causing significant damage. This wasn't the first time Ukraine had targeted the bridge, but it was the second successful attack on what Russia once touted as an indestructible symbol of its grip on Crimea. The explosion sent shockwaves through Russian forces and, while tragically causing civilian casualties, the operation also made one thing abundantly clear: Ukraine is capable of reaching deep into Russia's strategic infrastructure. Also, Kyiv's innovative use of drones like the Sea Baby will remain a pivotal weapon in their arsenal, striking at the heart of Russia's ambitions in Crimea and beyond. This also includes Russian-controlled gas platforms off the coast of Crimea. In December 2024, the Ukrainian Navy released footage showing the Sea Babies targeting Russian-held gas facilities in the Black Sea, delivering explosive payloads that left at least one platform engulfed in flames. In a statement following the attack, the Ukrainian Navy declared, "The hunt for the enemy in the Black Sea continues," emphasizing that these strategic strikes were part of a broader campaign to weaken Russia's military presence in the region. The video, while unverified, captured a series of strikes on gas platforms where Ukrainian drones targeted enemy surveillance systems and other critical infrastructure. The Ukrainian Navy's message was once again clear: Russia's occupation of Crimea and its surrounding waters wouldn't go unchallenged. The attack on the gas platforms marks a new chapter in Ukraine's fight to wrest control of its waters from Russia. With each successful strike, Ukraine demonstrates not just its military prowess, but its commitment to pushing Russian forces out of its territory, one drone at a time. Recently, the Sea Babies have even gone head-to-head with Russian aircraft. In an operation conducted in the early hours of December 6, 2024, Ukraine demonstrated just how far its drone capabilities have evolved. The Sea Babies, now equipped with mounted .50 caliber machine guns, proved more than capable of fending off Russian helicopters, aircraft, and patrol boats attempting to intercept them. Ukrainian forces revealed that these drones inflicted significant damage on several Russian helicopters and boats, turning the tables on what Russia had expected to be an easy hunt. Intercepted Russian radio communications confirmed that the drones caused notable casualties among Russian crews, while their aircraft suffered significant damage, requiring extensive repairs. These attacks were a powerful reminder of the Sea Baby's versatility and effectiveness. The drones didn't stop at just taking down aircraft. They also targeted a barge transporting military equipment meant for repairing the Crimean Bridge. It seems Ukraine is determined for that bridge to remain a problem for Russia, no matter how hard it tries to fix or protect it. And as things stand, the Sea Babies are also poised to remain a problem for Russia. However, their use in Ukraine's ongoing conflict with Russia is no surprise. From the onset of the invasion, both sides have turned to unmanned vehicles as integral parts of their arsenals. However, Ukraine has stood out for its highly innovative use of drones across various domains – air, land, and sea. The Ukrainian military, along with intelligence and security services, have deployed a range of drones, from inexpensive, hobbyist-style aerial drones fitted with explosives to more advanced underwater drones like the Marichka. These devices have been pivotal in taking out Russian targets, often at a fraction of the cost of the equipment they destroy. In fact, Ukraine's drone usage has been so notable that it sank over a third of Russia's Black Sea fleet without any substantial naval assets. But Ukraine's ingenuity isn't stopping with the drones already in use. In a remarkable move, President Volodymyr Zelensky signed a decree in February 2024 to establish the Unmanned Systems Forces, a dedicated branch within the Ukrainian armed forces to further harness the power of drones. This new unit will focus on developing specialized staff, scaling drone production, and refining tactics for their use in all domains – land, air, and sea. From this initiative alone, it's obvious that drones are no longer just a tool for Ukraine. They are becoming the backbone of the country's military operations, helping to reshape the battlefield. As Zelensky explains, drones are now tasked with repelling assaults, destroying Russian equipment, and even neutralizing key infrastructure. But Russia isn't exactly sitting idly by. The country has been actively countering Ukraine's drone attacks, including the Sea Baby drones, with a range of defenses. These include intercepting waterborne and airborne drones. On October 23, 2024, for instance, Russia claimed to have destroyed 4 Ukrainian sea drones targeting the Crimean Peninsula. In addition, the Russian air defenses were engaged, reportedly destroying 10 airborne drones over Crimea. But Ukraine has been so persistent that Russia deemed fleeing better than fighting in many instances. To protect its assets, the country has relocated naval forces from Sevastopol to Novorossiysk and set up a new base in Abkhazia. Additionally, it started using decoys and large-caliber machine guns on vessels to mislead drones. Russia also increased patrols with Mi-8 helicopters and Raptor boats. And yet the threat persists. Sea Baby's compact size, speed, and psychological impact on Russian naval crew members continue to make it an elusive target, forcing Russia's military to constantly scramble and rethink their defenses. Each time these forces believe they've found a solution, the Sea Babies show them otherwise. With every strike, these drones make clear that Ukraine isn't going to let up anytime soon, turning the Black Sea into a high-stakes game where Russia is always one step behind. But what do you think? Will the Sea Babies continue to wreak havoc on the Russian assets, or will Moscow find a way to stop them? And where do you see their development going? Will new weapons and capabilities be added to make these drones even more dangerous, or will they evolve into something entirely different in the future? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Now go and check out Ukraine's Frankensam is so good the US wants it now, or click this other video instead.